couldn't do it. I made sure I made this thing flow like fluid. Yeah, 1 o'clock. Actually, it's 1:01, but I could have been here 12:59. You know what I'm talking about, son? Yeah, we on some other type thing today. Yeah, on this Sunday, we gonna do it our way, the way that we see best and fit. Yeah, we gonna about to get it all into it. Yeah. It's the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. Yeah, I'm talking about this thing. You know how it go. The flow is immaculate. It's kind of clean. It feels good. When I step on the scene, I'll be like, yo, what you mean? What is you saying? Yo, we about to do this show serious and not playing. Even though we like to play around, like joke and have fun, we're going to do this thing on the woman named Sun, SUN752. Yeah, you know how we do. It's my crew. And I'm glad you came by. Glad you came away. Yeah, let's do it today. So today on the Urban Therapy with Sun Show, we are talking about the problem with trying to be everybody's boyfriend. It's going to be a little controversial on this show today. This show today is going to be a little controversial. I mean, we always have a little controversy on every show that we do, but this one is going to be a little bit different because we're not going to be talking about the general public here. We're talking about a specific type of man and a specific type of relationship and a specific type of situation. When we say the problem with trying to be everybody's boyfriend, so many women have had to deal with a man who had struggles with infidelity. Well, should I say struggles with fidelity? Many women have had to deal with a man who had a roving eye for the opposite sex. He was trying to like get with everything that had a skirt. Sometimes he didn't really care if feelings got hurt. But it's a whole different situation when you're dealing with somebody who does not only just want to stick around, but actually wants to build whole relationships, families, marriages, and lifestyles with other people out there. And some men have felt like it was their right to do so, and some men have done it on the low until it came to light. Some died and yo still kept it right. You ain't find out till the funeral, the dying day. Yeah, and went the kind of way that it wanted to. Understand? I'm not fronting on you. I'm just saying how it goes today. And who ever been through it, they never forget it. So we're gonna talk about this thing right now. Let's set it. What's going on, y'all? Urban Therapy with Sun. And this is Sunday, the 11th of August. August 11th, all up in your area. And this is the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. How y'all feeling? I know I'm feeling like a real man should. And I hope y'all feel like real men and women should also. So we're going to get this thing popping like on some crazy stuff. This show today here is going to be one of those shows that you've heard about with other people, but more than likely you haven't experienced it yourself. And if you have experienced any type of it, any part of it, any section of it, it's something that you will never forget. It'll be something that's stuck with you for the rest of your life. Like, I can't believe I was wrapped up in this, because it doesn't always go the way people think that it goes. You know, on the internet where everybody shuts things down as soon as they get bad, or leaves right at the first sign of trouble. You know, we ain't talking to them. We're talking about your girlfriend that used to live across the street, down the street, around the corner, across the way. Your auntie that y'all, you know, that had the whole family baffled about why she would put up with this. Your mom, you know, that put you in this embarrassing situation when you were younger, and maybe she knew, maybe she didn't know. But when we're talking about the lifestyles, when we're talking about marriages and relationships and families and just the way that things play out with adults, yeah, it can get a little ugly sometimes. And then I mean, sometimes you ever know somebody that dressed up to be ugly? Dressed up to be ugly, like, yo, you all dressed up, name brand everything, purple label and all of that, just to be ugly. So because the ugliness is on the inside. And when we talk about relationships, you know that how some people, you know how you see a couple that looks good together, you know, they say y'all make a beautiful couple, y'all a handsome couple, because people care about appearances. But when you start getting deep into the fabric, into the lifeline, into the veins, into the blood of a relationship, that's when you start seeing some stuff. You be like, mm, mm. It's like when you've been putting on airs or living the veneer of having the perfect marriage or relationship, and your cousin or your sister or your brother or somebody comes to stay with you for a little while, and then they see the real inner workings of how things are going on in your household. You know, you can hide a whole multitude of sins as long as nobody comes into your house. But when they come into the crib, they see the yeah, you gave me a tour around the house, but you was leaving out certain rooms. Why you leave them out? Yeah, you know why. Because they ain't fixed up and they dirty as hell and messy as hell. And yeah, I'm using certain rooms as a storage locker. This is kind of crazy. I'm about to clock a new way of life, new truth, new proof. I'm going to get out this thing and knock out your tooth. Yeah, that's how it comes down on you. Yeah, nobody could get into you, try to warn you. This is not your one, and you can't front no more because they can see that shit front and center for sure. Yeah, you may have done it yourself. You thought that you and your cousin, you thought that your cousin or your sister or your brother had this really nice relationship, this really great marriage, great kids, and all of that, and you went to go visit them for an extended period. Because people can put on a good show if you only stay for a few days, maybe even a week or two. But you stay with somebody for an extended amount of time, 3 weeks, a month, more than a month. Anything with more than a month, the cracks in the cement are going to start to show. The chinks in the armor are going to start to reveal themselves. They're going to start seeing. Like, yeah, they don't get along all the time. They do irritate each other. They don't laugh and play and do kissy faces and hold hands all the time. Yes, they do argue. Yes, they do get petty. Yes, they do have problems. Yeah, there is something going on here that nobody's talking about. And you can tell that everybody's been instructed to shut their mouth. And when I get excited, my little China girl says, oh, baby, just you shut your mouth. But what we talking about today is the problem with trying to be everybody's boyfriend. Most women have been with a man that had problems with fidelity, a man that messed around, a man that couldn't keep his eyes off something, a man that couldn't say no if the girl was pretty and the thighs was thick and the butt was fat and the titties was big. Just couldn't do it. I mean, and most women know what their man likes. You know what he liked in you, and you know what his approach to you was. Everybody's story about how they got together is not so Huxtable's like. You know how on the Cosby Show when they described how Claire and Cliff got together, it was a beautiful thing. Black love, baby. Yeah, well, black love. You know they name everything that's black. Everything that's black normally has a dark side to it, and sometimes the energy, the inner workings, the blood is dark too. So it's one thing for a woman to have dealt with a man that wanted to be out there sticking everything. They wanted to hit everything. And you may have found out about it soon. You may have found out about it later. Some women have known that their man couldn't keep his thing in his pants, and they still went through it. Like, we'll take care of this later. Yeah, he used to be like that, but that was a long time ago when we first got together. How long y'all been together? 3 months. Okay. It is what it is. But it's a whole different thing when you find out that your man likes to not only stick around, move around, sleep around, hit this, that, and the third, chase everything in a skirt, but he wants to hang out He's building families. He's having children. He's getting married on the low. Shout out to all of my people out there who knows a man who's practiced polygamy or polygamy unannounced on some old what's his name? What was the movie? What's the movie? Shit. What was that movie? Vivica K. Fox. Is this Vivica K. Fox? Vivica Fox. Vivica A. Fox. She was one of his wives. Shit. What? Why do birds sing so gay? I love the way, why the fools fall in love. Remember that movie? Frankie Lyman, I think his name is. Yeah. If you saw the movie about Frankie Lyman, he had all of these wives. So it didn't really come out until his death. So you find out that he had all of these wives and shit. So that's the kind of man I'm talking about. When I say the problem with being everybody's boyfriend, everybody's man, everybody's husband. When you don't find that out until later, whether y'all still married, whether y'all going through a divorce decree, whether he passed away, got sick or whatever, some men out there better not ever spend no time in the hospital, because a sickness will reveal way too much of his inner workings and whatever happened, what's going on with him. Jail too. A lot of times you don't find out exactly what was going on with your man, ladies, until he either becomes ill or he goes to jail. You seeing all of these people on the visiting list, you like, what you mean I can't visit today? Or what you mean I gotta wait until somebody who up there? Who are these people? I don't know these people. And I know that ain't his lawyer. Those are not his lawyer, his legal team, nothing. What legal team he need? He already locked up. He ain't coming down on appeal. We can't afford no appeal. He did it. What you need an appeal for, a guilty plea for? Anyway, the problem with being everybody's boyfriend, or trying to be everybody's boyfriend. So some men of means have been able to get away with this. The Hugh Heffners of the world. Let me see, who else did? A lot of people, a lot of world leaders have done this. Kings, emperors. I don't want to say dictators, because that's just what the United States calls world leaders who don't jive or gel with democracy. But nonetheless, that's what we're talking about today on the Urban Therapy with Sun show. The problem with trying to be everybody's boyfriend. I said the problem with trying to be everybody's boyfriend. Problem trying to be everybody's boyfriend. You know what I'm talking about? We're going to talk about beginning to end. Trying to be everybody's boyfriend. Make sure y'all hit that like button, y'all. Make sure that y'all share the show. When you come on up in here, you're going to hear some good stuff. Today, you're going to hear some things that even if they don't apply to you, they're going to apply to you. Because you know somebody who went through it. And maybe today, after today, you'll be able to relate to them. You may be going through it. You may wonder if this is what's going on. But that's what's going on in the Urban Therapy with Sun show. There's no reason why we should ever only have 3 likes. With my team alone, we should be seeing more than 3 likes. So, come on up in here. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. All right, let's get it popping. Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this the Urban Therapy with Sun show. We do this every single Sunday from 1 p.m. till around 2:30-ish. And the reason that we say 2:30-ish is because sometimes it gets so heated that we just have to do a little OT on a Sunday. And it is Sunday. This is the show where adults come out and play with other adults. We laugh, we cry, we argue, fuss and fight, go back and forth with each other. Bust it up all crazy. We take an introspective look into our own personality to see the way that the universe projects us into this thing called the world and try to figure out this thing called life. I'm your host, Sun 752, aka Omar, with the And if you can't say Omar with the, well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Urban Therapy with Sun show, all up in your area. I'm feeling like a real man should, and I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also. What's good? What's good? The problem with trying to be everybody's boyfriend. The problem with trying to be everybody's man. The problem with trying to be everybody's husband. Yeah, the problem with trying to spread yourself around more, not like peanut butter, more like Nutella, because it spreads a little bit easier. It's like spreading butter. Everybody likes butter on the bread, but what I said, yeah, the head, it gets kind of cloudy when you find out that your dude is out there being rowdy. And I don't mean to do my brothers dirty, but we got to talk about this shit because you know sometimes you get hurt, see? Yeah, you can't do your family like that. It affects the community. We need more unity. But I can get into your bedroom or your living room. What you do is what you do is what you do. What you eat, don't make me shit. But we gonna get all up into it because these are the situations, and this is not just a black thing. So before certain people start coming through and start talking about, yeah, I mean, it's only black people who go through this, or we always tearing each other down. No, we didn't even invent this shit. There have been plenty of white men, plenty of Asian men, plenty of anybody. Men with means, and what I'm talking about is men who have money and power, often go through this thing. Some of them go through it outright in front of everybody publicly, and some of them go through it on the low. Who remembers that movie Which Way Is Up with Richard Pryor back in the day? Came out like 1977. Which Way Is Up? It was a great movie. Funny as hell, but it really outlined the premise of what we talking about today. So what he was going through, even though it was a comedy, it was actually very well written. If you've never seen the movie Which Way Is Up, I encourage you to go and watch that movie. I remember seeing that movie at 7 years old and thinking to myself, like, this is kind of deep. This is kind of deep. He was living a double life, triple life, whatever. He probably was just trying to, you know what I mean? He was just probably trying to do a little something, make a little something, move a little something, and he wound up getting caught up. See, the problem with messing around with a bunch of women is you're gonna find out that you like some of them women. If you just a savage out there just sticking, you ain't nothing but a trick. More than likely, you are involved or associated with sexual assault, if that's your thing. But if you have half a heart, a quarter of a brain, and some emotions, one of those women, two of those women, three of those, some of those women are going to get to you. They're going to get to you. Ain't no way around it. Ain't no way around it. Let me say what's up to my peoples, man. What's going on? T. Carry right, morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly into your site. What's going on? Grown woman, don't try me. Thanks for coming on through. Walk by me and Stacy White. Thanks for coming through the day, not the night. But I, see you during the night. That's what's up. Thanks for holding it down for the D all day. Emily Dunlap is in the house. Bow! She about to turn it out. What's going on? And Ayush, why are people protesting in London? Oh, because some shit happened. Some shit happened in the UK. But all you gotta do is Google it. It ain't hard to find out. All you gotta do is Google. Gorilla God King, my brother, my mellow, my man. Why don't you come on the mic and won't you take it to stand? What's going on? He says some people trying to live that Nick Cannon out here. See, that's the thing. Nick Cannon. I'm not sure if with Nick Cannon, if he was looking for families or to try to be everybody's man. It looks to me like Nick was really just sticking around. But Nick ain't like to cover his man up. And Nick pullout game is garbage. Like Nick pullout game is garbage. car, bitch. Pulling out where? I ain't a car. This ain't a parking space. I'm staying in here until I clear out space. Yeah, baby grows 9 months gestation, making sure I get this thing going on. No vacation. I gotta work 7 days a week because I got 10 kids or so, maybe 11 as we speak. I got one on the way, one I just had. Yeah, I'm a hell of an American dad. And it ain't stopping, I'm still popping. Yeah, I don't want y'all to hear no talk about no vasectomy because it ain't popping. You understand what I'm going through, and even if you don't, you will. You'll understand my skills. I don't know if like Nick got skills, but I know one thing: he got enough money to pay the bills. And you might think that 10 kids is a lot, but I know people who had 10 kids with a lot less money than he got, and it's a shot that you took. He said, "Bow, another kid now." It's how it's going down. Just to pull down your zipper, your pants, your drawers. Wow, it's going down, man. Yeah, good looking out, Gorilla God King. I forgot about Nick Cannon. He wasn't on my radar. But I don't know if Nick had relationships with all of these women. Has Nick been married again? I know he married Mariah, but did he get married again after that? Let me see. Let's see what's going on with Mr. Cannon. How many times has Nick Cannon been married? Oh, Nick Cannon only been married once, and that was to Mariah Carey. Woo! Oh, he got 12 kids. Oh, yeah. Nick is who we talking about. Because there's no way that Nick can't be who we're talking about if we're talking about the problem with trying to be everybody's boyfriend. Because he evidently didn't want to be everybody's husband. He just, yeah. And if you're building families, I don't know, man. You know, I might be contradicting myself. Because in my mind, if you have a baby with somebody, shit, you are husband material. Not in the cookie cutter orthodox sense of what a husband is, but shoot, you got a whole family that you got to take care of. A whole family. Let's see how many baby moms he got. Let me see. All right, let's see. How many baby moms you got, Nick? Nick Cannon was a Mariah Carey superfan who married the star in 2008. They had twins 3 years later and divorced in 2016. He says he used to be a toxic cheater before discovering consensual non-monogamy. Discovering consensual non-monogamy. In other words, listen, ma, now you know how I am, you know how I do, you know what it is. You know what I mean? You with it or not? Evidently. Okay. He fathered 3 children with radio personalities, Abby De La Rosa. All right, so he don't have like Nick Cannon is perfect for a perfect example for this. Yeah. Perfect example. Go Nick. Go Nick. I mean, it is what it is. I didn't know that we would be talking about Nick Cannon today, but silly me. Good looking out, Gorilla God King. Oh, god damn it! Hold on, shit. Always getting shit. Always getting shit. Made the tea without no lemon. I don't know about y'all, but I can't drink no tea without lemon. Like I told y'all the other day, whenever I drink tea without lemon or lime or something like that, I feel like I'm drinking hot juice. And I don't really want hot juice. Like, there's nothing appealing to me about like hot fruit punch. I don't know about y'all. Damn, that lemon squirted hard. That lemon squirted more than Nick Cannon baby mom's. I don't know if she squirted. I don't know. I don't know. I know one thing. If you have a baby by somebody that, hey ladies, if you have multiple children by somebody who never made you squirt or a squirt equivalent, I feel sorry for your mother, and you know that covers a lot of women. You know a lot of women have had kids or multiple kids, a child or multiple children by a man that never even made them come. Like, you mean to tell me your man never even made you nut and you had 3 kids for him? So, did your babies actually come out of love? Were they born out of love or just lust on one side? I don't know. Shall I judge? Is that right? That probably ain't right. That probably ain't right. Walter Jimenez, what's going on, my dude? Thanks for coming through. And Mr. Payfor says, I'll let that Eagles-ish fly since y'all got cheesesteak. Glad you woke up, Unc. Man, you know the Eagles. You know the Eagles is a team to beat this year. They was the team to beat last year. They was the team to beat the year before. Ain't nobody messing with us, man. We got the best organization in the whole NFL. You know it. You know it. Ain't nobody messing with Jeff Lurie. Ain't nobody messing with Jeff Lurie in the whole NFL. We do not settle for mediocrity. We trying to get these rings. Walter Jimenez says Hispanics, brother. Yes, you know. Listen, man. Now I don't know what other people know about Hispanics, but I know about Hispanics. At least the Caribbean ones. No, I know about the South American ones too. Yeah, I do. I've worked close to them, arm in arm, rub elbow, all that old shit. Rub shoulders. TK Wright says, once Nick Cannon found out that he was sick, he started spraying every broad in sight. Damn, I didn't even know he was sick. I ain't even know. King Jesus says, yo, what up, King Jesus? Or is that King Jesus? AKA an open relationship. Yeah, what is it? Non-monogamous, consensual non-monogamous relationship. Man, we got a way with words, right? Language is on point. Emily says, I detest lemon tea. Okay. But tell you what, I'm not giving you none of this. Keep your cup to yourself. And Amil or Ami or am I? Real question. Do you have a real job? Always on this damn live. Well, how long, if I had a real job, let's say I have a real job, even if I worked a double, how long is this show? Is this show, I don't know, 8 hours? I mean, this you asked me a real question. Let me ask you one. How long does it take to do this show? You know, when you watch newscasters on the evening news, how long are they on? Half an hour at the most? And they're not even on for that whole hour, right? They're not on steadily for that whole hour. So do they have 23 hours left in the day to just bullshit, hang around or whatever? I'm just trying to help you out. I'm trying to help you answer your own question. Because you saying I'm always on this damn live, you're here too. So, do you have a job or are you at work on your phone or whatever, your device, watching me? Because we can all find somebody with something to do. We can all find something to do at work besides working. But you asking me why I'm using my time constructively to broadcast for no more than 2 hours a day. Well, let me put you on with something. I've been doing this show every single day since October 1st, 2014. And if you don't believe me, all you got to do is go back, come to my channel and go back. So I have thousands of shows I've done this every day. We used to do 2 a days, not live 2 a days. We would do one live show and we would do one recorded video. So I can find time to do anything I want to do. Now, can you find time to do anything that you want to do? But I will say this. I'm glad that you found time to be able to be in my space or our space to even ask that question on this damn live. On this damn live. On this damn live. Welcome to this damn live. Urban Therapy with Sun Show. Damn live. Urban Therapy with Sun Show. Damn live. Hold on. We gotta do this. Fuck this shit. Yeah. Urban Therapy with Sun Show. Get his damn live. Urban Therapy with Sun Show. Get his damn live. Urban Therapy with Sun Show. Get his damn live. Yeah. And you know I've made a way to be here every day, and it's not gonna go away. It's gonna stay. Yeah. So this is Sunday, first day of the week. Yeah. For the next 7 days you hear me speak. I'm always on, always down. But I usually do it at a particular time, so I rhyme. So take that into consideration. Because I do this at a particular time. I don't know if other people who do live shows, I don't know if they come on at a particular time slot. Y'all can tell me better than I would know myself. But I come on at 1 p.m. on the weekends and 1 a.m. on weekdays. So why would I come on at 1 a.m. on weekdays if I didn't have something else to do? Oh, I get it. I spend the other 23 hours of the day or 22 hours of the day setting up to go live. Because this is TV. I don't know, man. You tell me. Emily says, why you worried about him being live? Don't start this today. Dang. I mean, listen, man. You know what I mean, it is what it is. This is not his first time here. He said you always on this damn live. Mr. Pay For It says, bro, stalking you. I don't know. That might not be a bro, dog. You know, you never know who's behind this shit. You know, you got, people with this fake profile shit. You know, people catfishing. You don't know. It might be, listen, that might be a man. It might be a woman. It might be an animal, a vegetable, a mineral. That might be a blow-up dial. It could be a bot. I don't know. I know this. He, she, or it counts for one view. He, she, or it counts for one view. One view. Good looking out. Good shit. Waleed Omar says 10 years lost forever. And the boy says, or the girl or the thing says, yes, yikes, 10 years, get a life. Well, I seem to be alive. My birthday is tomorrow. Real shit. My birthday is tomorrow. Will you be here? You know, I'll be live tomorrow, 1 a.m. Will you be here? While he says he's probably living. Look, this dumbass. Look, he's trying to diss. He don't even know how to spell. He's probably leaving in the basement of his mother. Leaving. Mm-hmm. That's the worst thing in the world. For you to try to diss somebody and don't know how to spell. That's bad. That's bad. Emily says, Waleed and I'm ill or whatever. Seem like you guys are the ones that's lost. Maybe you guys need to try Jesus. Pick up a book, preferably the Bible. Waleed Omar, this motherfucker. These are people who know of me. I don't think they know me. Because motherfuckers be coming on here trying to, I'll be watching the little comments like motherfuckers, They know my government name. They'll throw it out there, see if I pick it up. I'll be seeing it. I just be like, okay. That don't mean you know me. Like people who know me, they know certain things. They know what to do, to show that they know me. Yeah. People who think they know me, they move in a certain kind of way. No wife, no kids, no friends. Yeah, this nigga definitely don't know me. While he says, please, brother, tell me more about urban therapy and the sun. I don't know what that is. Jake the Muss says, you look like the Trump shooter. Wasn't he a white 20-year-old dude? So the problem with trying to be everybody's boyfriend. See, there's a financial problem that definitely comes along with trying to be everybody's boyfriend. Because even though men will tell you that they don't pay for this, or they don't do this, or they don't go broke trying to have a bunch of women, they're lying. There's no way you can do that. Even if you're not a trick, even if you're not a provider, you got to spend money to go where they are. And if you hanging out, it's one thing for a man to just be tricking around, sticking around, hitting this, trying to get this, blah, blah, blah. But when you are living in multiple households or paying for multiple households, the key word is pay. Like you are involving yourself deeply. And there's going to be a financial hit that you're going to take. Plus, if you're having children with a bunch of women, you're going to pay. Even if she don't put you on child support, you're going to pay for something. You're going to pay for something. I don't care if all you pay for is Uber, Lyft, Uber Eats. You're paying for something. I don't care if all you pay for is diapers, onesies, and milk. You know what I mean? On some wick shit. You're going to pay for something. But one of the biggest problems is that you are pulling your energy away from where you're supposed to be. Because more than likely, in this situation, you have pledged to be monogamous with somebody. So as you spread yourself thin under the cloak of secrecy, or you think you're being secret, you are actually taking time away from somewhere else. And the more you deal with a woman, the more time she's going to demand. There's no way around that. There ain't no way a woman is going to let you keep fucking her and fucking her and fucking her, and you ain't spending no time and you ain't spending no money. You want to spend time or money, time or money, time or money. That's why men of means, men of great means, are often the ones who can pull this off. If you broke, it's hard. You can do it on a certain kind of level, but it's going to break down after a while because you're not built for this. All of your baby moms got to work. Shout out to any of the women out there who know that they part of a harem or know that they the fifth or sixth baby mom on a list. And you got the baby moms. You got the baby moms who will try to position themselves first and put their child first up and above all of his siblings or half siblings, as she's going to call them, because she's hating, and she's hating justifiably so. And then you have the type of baby mom who says, maybe the only way to make sure that mine gets taken care of is to band together with the other baby moms and make sure that he takes care of everybody. If we put him in a more comfortable, non-threatening position, then maybe we can all get our 50 I was about to say 5150s, which used to be the cost of a pair of Reebok Freestyles for women back in New York, but because there's no taxes on. Anyway, so Yeah, yeah. So this is a situation that not only can break hearts, not only can affect children and their development and the way that they see relationships and the way that they view marriage and the way that they see love. See, when you cheat a child out of seeing how love is supposed to develop, to me, that's the most irresponsible thing that an adult can do. You're not supposed to cheat children out of finding out and seeing what real love is and how it's supposed to play out. You might be able to, you might feel justified in cheating them out of what sex is and all of that, but they children should see how love develops because they're going to need that. Somewhere along the line, they're going to need that for themselves. All right. Jake, okay, wait. Emily says they just need and want attention. They didn't get when they were younger. Well, you already know that. You already know that. Joe Greco says, or is it Greco? Are you voting for Trump? That would be a hell no. As a matter of fact, let me say this respectfully, with the utmost respect and esteem. Fuck Trump. Fuck his whole being, his whole 6'1" frame. And it's a funny thing, funny thing about Trump. As we're talking about the problems with trying to be everybody's boyfriend, that's something that Trump didn't want. Trump wanted to fuck around, but he didn't want to stick around. He ain't want no extra girlfriends. He ain't want no extra wives and all of that. He saw the problem in that. And more than likely, he didn't want to have to pay all of that child support, spousal support. He didn't want to take that financial hit. So although he has multiple children, but from different sources, they all came through marriages and shit like that. And of course, he's done all kinds of freaky shit, but he'd rather just go ahead and pay them off. He put the hooker game down. Trump used to get all of his hookers and whatever. He used to get them tested for AIDS. That's how he made it through the 80s. He claims he has never been burnt. He says he's never had an STD. I'm like, is it possible? Sure, many people have never had an STD. But the majority of people have. Even if it was the small one. You might have got baby burnt. You might have got baby burnt. But at some point, you ran to the doctor, the clinic or something. Like, I don't know what's going on down there. I don't know, just something to feel uncomfortable and a little itchy. There's a little bit more wetness. I ain't have a good day today. You know what I mean? Women talk about, I didn't have a good day today. I definitely wasn't horny today. But what's this shit in my drawers? Shit happens. But Trump says he never did. And the other thing, if you notice, Trump used to work them tanning lamps all the time. That's why people call them orange. If you notice, he ain't been orange this year. I guess ever since he left the White House, he ain't getting under them tanning lamps. Have y'all peeped that? He ain't been orange. When was the last time you saw Trump with a tan? Go through any other footage or any pictures that he's taken this year. He ain't orange no more. He ain't orange this year. You know what I'm saying? I guess he's tanned when he's happy. He ain't been happy in a minute. Like, yo, it's a lot of stress. I got to go back and forth to court. They trying to get me for the shit that I did. I'm running out of excuses, but not really, because my stupid ass supporters still believe that I didn't do nothing, no matter what, or that I shouldn't suffer the consequences of whatever I did, because I always say that whatever I did it was way smaller than the media portrays. But I'm like, what about the judge, the jury, and everybody who heard the case? Judges, juries, prosecutors, the ones that have the docket, the discovery on all of the details of the shit that you said you didn't do to the public. But we know for a fact that this is all admissible evidence. What about that? Oh, when you talking about that, okay. I ain't seen Orange Man this year. He been a white man this year. I guess them white supremacists was like, listen, we need you to represent. You got to stop tanning. You out here looking like a liberal. You out here looking like a liberal surfer guy or something like that. Come on, Beach Boy. Come on, Beach Boy. I don't know. Oh, Waleed says he's French. Maybe he's using an interpreter. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Grown woman says the video even you don't agree is free, don't cost a thing, and thanks for coming through. Emily says you want to be a hater so bad you're being drawn in. It's okay to finally see the light and come out of the darkness. You know how many trolls that we've turned around on this show? You know how many people came in here just to be disruptive and wind up actually participating? We had one motherfucker last week. He came in here to troll and wind up actually giving out super chats. I can't sketch this up. I don't write these stories. All right. He was getting too close to being black. They don't like that. That's what I'm saying. Them good old boys must have been like, you doing too much, my dude. You doing too much. You're doing too much. You out there acting like you like these kids. Yeah, but Donald Trump, he liked to get his pen dipped in the ink. But he ain't really want nothing out of that. He ain't want no extra kids. He wasn't trying to hang out. I could be wrong about this. Y'all can let me know if maybe I'm thinking on the wrong side of things. But normally you can tell what kind of man that would deal with a woman would deal with them on a more emotional level. Like, I can't see somebody like Donald Trump cuddling with a chick. I can't see. I can see him passing off the money, getting his shit off, doing whatever he wanted to do with him, but then being like, all right, we good. No matter how pretty she is, he don't look like he would want to just, be next to a woman. And when you really think about that, if a man don't really want to be up under a woman or close to a woman or really affectionate with a woman, he only want to fuck. A lot of times he has some other shit going on with him. I'm not saying that he's gay or anything like that, but a man like that is not really plugged in, because when you really like a woman, you want her to be next to you. You want to feel that warmth. You know what I'm saying? It's more than just a physical thing. There's an emotional contact. And most women will require that of any man that they're dealing with on a regular basis. Like, you ain't going to just be fucking me. You're like, most men know what it's like to deal with a woman. Like, let's say if a man like to hit it from the back all the time. If you're dealing with, I don't care how much a woman likes getting hit from the back. After a while, she gonna be like, "What, you don't like to look at my face?" Like, hold on. The first thing I gotta do when I take off my panties and my bra is turn around. Like, oh, you gonna fuck me from the front, at least for a few minutes. Look me in my eye while you pumping. Girls act stupid to leave when I'm pumping up. Doom, 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 doom. Girls act stupid or leave when I'm pumping. I've heard many women complain about it, like, yo, he always want to hit it from the back end. Like, you don't want to look at me. You don't want to look at my eyes. Men who have sex in the quote unquote missionary position, and I say quote unquote missionary position because I think that's a derogatory term for a man being on top of a woman. But one thing about a missionary position, the missionary position is that there is a certain connection that a man and a woman have to have because you're looking at each other. Y'all have eyes. There ain't nowhere for you to go. She sees either the look of pleasure on your face, and that turns some women on. A lot of women turns them on, like, oh yeah, yeah, he digging this shit. Or you see the like, yo, I'm having sex with a madman. And as soon as I get this motherfucker up off of me, it's over. I think I just had sex with a serial killer. I think I just had sex with a serial killer. Ah! All right. Grown woman don't try me says he's more of the hit and quit type. That's what he. Listen, his own wife. How close does he seem to Melania? This is the only president I've ever seen who keeps his wife totally out of the picture. He don't even have his son that he had from her. Yeah, you know Donald Trump is like 25 years, 30 years older than Melania. Wait, she's my age. So she's just now 54 and he's 78. Yeah. He like a good 25 years older than her. Normally when an older man is dealing with a younger woman, he trying to get next to her a lot. I'm like, you the only man who became president who got a hoe as a first lady. Well, maybe Barbara Bush was a little, I think Barbara Bush was a little. But, like, what we doing? What we doing? What we doing? You know she was a mail order bride. Show your work, nigga. You know what I mean? You want to show off your kids from your first and second marriage. Your little retarded kid from with Melania, he might not be retarded. We came here to get started, to co-act ill and get retarded. Okay, all right, let's go. All right, so TK right says the problem with trying to be everybody's boyfriend is that you can't realistically make a proper connection intimately with everybody. That is a big problem. And of course, the man who's going through this is not seeing this as a problem. Now, the funny thing about it is, if the roles were reversed and we talking about a woman that's out there hoeing, she's going to see that as a problem with herself. She knows that it ain't easy to be in and out of bed with every man. And one of those men are going to want her to stop being a hoe. It's going to be a problem. And more than likely, she's going to tell them, I'm not a hoe no more. I'm not a hoe no more. I stopped that flow. Yeah, that's the way it go. You only one, yo. And of course, she's still out there doing her thing on the low. She might try to be monogamous with the bull, but because she's probably been sexually assaulted somewhere in her life, it's not easy for her to get, personally and deeply emotionally invested in any man, because they become just a means to an end for her. Either they just good for a nut or they good for a couple of dollars. Yeah, and it goes how it go. It goes how it go. So, but yeah, it's going to be really hard for a man to become emotionally invested in a bunch of women that he's dealing with. because time just won't dictate it. Time won't dictate it. Now I've seen it done. I've seen it done. And it breaks down after a while. It really does. It breaks down after a while. It's not a good look, as far as when the veil of the situation starts to come off and you really start to see this whole situation for what it is. It gets ugly. Even if you don't stop, it's still going to get ugly because there are only a certain amount of hours in the day. There are only a certain amount of hours in the day. So, being able to break up your time, especially if each one thinks that they're the only one. When each one thinks that they're the only one, we got problems. Major, large, el gordo, largo. Well, largo means long and gordo means fat. Okay, so we just going to say grande. Big problems. Big problems. TK Wright says, not just time, energy exchanges won't dictate it. Hugh Heffner. The late Playboy. Founder of Playboy, Hugh Heffner. After Hugh Heffner was married, how many times was Hugh Heffner married? Let me see. How many times was Hugh married? How many times was Hugh Heffner married? 3 times. All right. Okay. Well, during those times, after his first wife, he started getting wild. And that's when he required for all of the Playboy bunnies to be his girlfriend. That's the way it was. That's the way it was. So if you were a Playboy bunny and you wanted to be in that that centerfold, if you wanted to be on that cover, if you wanted to be in that magazine, if you wanted to be associated with that crazy freak ass lifestyle, yeah, and that's the crazy thing about Playboy. Playboy as a nude magazine was whack. That shit was about. It wasn't no real nudity. They showed a little bit of titty, and all of the women on there either had fake big titties or they didn't really have no big titties. You know what I mean? Definitely representative of what white women look like before the bread and before the carbohydrates and the high fructose corn syrup. But anyway, so but behind the scenes, it was a straight Diddy fest. Straight freak shit. That Playboy Mansion shit was off the chain. People died in that shit. All kinds of conspiracies. Mob hits type of situations. It was crazy. It was crazy. But what Hugh Hefner required was that each one of the Playboy models had to have sex with him. And they couldn't have sex with anybody else. So once you started living in the Playboy Mansion, you couldn't have a boyfriend, you couldn't have a husband, you couldn't have any outside relationships with a male. But he considered himself to be all of y'all man. Now, what was Hugh Hefner giving out besides dick and money? I guess plenty would say he ain't need to give out nothing else. He ain't have to give out hugs, handshakes, I love yous, sweet nothings in your ear. He gave out money, shelter, and dick. And it was an understood thing. He was their man. He wanted to be their man. He made himself their man. What up, KB? He says, I was looking forward to a stream last night. Those late night streams helped me get through these late nights of schoolwork. Yeah, we're on at night only during the weekdays. On the weekends, we're here in the day. So it's 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the weekdays, and 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the weekends. Check your schedule. But thanks for coming through, KB. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Make sure y'all hit the like button, y'all. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, this is the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. I'm your host, Sun752. I'm feeling like a real man should. I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should. Also, today we're talking about the problems with trying to be everybody's boyfriend. The problem with trying to be everybody's boyfriend. It ain't easy, son. It ain't easy. I don't know. I guess my biggest concern when it comes to any adult activity and unconventional lifestyles is the children. If there are children involved, I just don't think that enough people put enough stock, thought, and concern into how children learn, how they develop, and what they can experience and turn into if they are treated irresponsibly instead of handled with care. It's sickening to me because regardless of what happened to you when you were a child, you should be trying to avoid having your children go through any of that shit. And many times on this show, I've talked about how if you're doing something for a living, that you wouldn't want your child to do, why are you doing that for a living? Like, how can you justify that shit? So people who wanna say, well, there's nothing wrong or shameful about being a stripper, or there's nothing wrong with I don't know, selling drugs or blah 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 blah. My question is always, okay, if there's nothing wrong with it, then you should be teaching your children to do it because it's a means of income for you, right? But how do most strippers treat letting their kids know what they do? They normally don't. They go out and they strip at night. They leave the kids with a babysitter or their grandmother or somebody, and they come home in the morning after they made their money, and everything is a secret. Now they can go to their CNA job or their dental assistant job or whatever their day job is. They strip at night, keep it a secret from their kids, and I'll bet you with most of the women who strip, if they see their kids, twerking, watching videos or something like that, if they see they daughters doing that shit, they're like, nah, don't be doing that. Knowing goddamn well you was doing more than twerking last night. You was twerking. You was twerking. I'm trying to think what I'm laughing at. As I made up a word. Wait a minute. It was supposed to be twerking, but saying it wrong. What's it like? Twerk. What is it? Damn, I can't remember this shit. Turking. Yeah. Yo, you better stop your kids from turking. They ain't got no business out here turking. Like an old lady might mess up the word. Yeah, don't be out here turking. That little girl out here turking. That's nasty. Don't be out here turking. TK Right says most of his hoes, talking about Hugh Heffner, say that he was nice. Some of them said that he got him killed. Who knows? I mean, he was nice until he found out that your little 22-year-old, 23-year-old self had a boyfriend out there that you was trying to go to the movies with or something like that. He was like, oh, hell no. Go to the movies? Nah, because Hugh Hefner was very, 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 very possessive. Very possessive, very controlling, very, like, yeah, you come up in this Playboy mansion, it's very plush, but it's like a plush prison. Very, very soft prison. And you ain't going nowhere unless I say so. All right. Okay. All right, all right, all right. Strippers are allowed to have standards. They are. They're allowed to have standards, but here go the thing. Like I said, if you wouldn't encourage your kids to do it, what are you doing? That's all I'm saying. Why are you doing something that you wouldn't encourage your kids to do? If I was a thief, I'm not encouraging my kids to do that. They're going to become thieves, but it ain't going to be because I showed them. They're going to get it through the DNA. If I was a male stripper, you think I'm going to teach my sons to do that? Like, yeah, that's how you get money, son. You know what I mean? Yeah, put them hammers down, them power tools, and put them books down too. Yeah, just pull your dick out. This is how you make real money. Women love this shit. And this is how you'll generate love too. Drug dealing? Yeah, you get money. This is how you provide for your family. But you gonna teach your child sell drugs? Even Ghost on Power didn't want Tariq to start selling drugs. He ain't want him to do that shit. He tried to give him a better life than he had. Guess that wasn't in the script. TK right says, how are they telling the story if he eliminated them? They're not telling the story. They're not telling the story. The story is being told to them. Y'all know I watch the ID channel all the time. They got a show. It's called the Playboy. It's an interesting show. Very good. What's the name of the Playboy show on the ID channel? The Playboy Murders. The Playboy Murders on the ID channel. That's a good show. And they got like 3 seasons of that shit. 3 seasons. And you know, all of those Playboy bunnies look the same. Thin, fake titties, blonde hair, blue eyes, you know what I'm saying? None of them chicks are really naturally blonde. You know, they all bleached. That's all crazy. It's all crazy. KB says, would you ever marry someone who used to be a porn star? People change. No, I would never marry anybody who was ever a porn star. I would never marry anybody that used to be a stripper. I would never marry anybody like that. I wouldn't even consider it. I wouldn't be in a relationship with somebody who did that. Because you can say that people change, but you can't get your soul back. But you know what? Tell you what. Let me correct myself. When I was younger and looking to have children, I wouldn't get with somebody who I had the potential to procreate with, who did anything like that. But I would never. Why would I want to be with a porn star? Like, on some real shit. Like, I've always wondered what's up with the mentality of men who want to be with a woman that they have seen with all the other men. I'm a fan of porn. I like porn. But I'm not a fan of porn stars. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I watch porn, I go ahead, you know what I mean, whack my shit off and turn the tape off. I ain't trying to, like, it's not like a real movie. Pinky loves Abby. What's going on? Thanks for coming through. You know, like, no, I would never fuck with those damn porn stars. I mean, like, so a woman that I've seen on camera who has thrown all of her health caution to the wind because she getting dug out raw dog, nuts busted all in her face and all of that shit. That's who I want to be with. And there are plenty of niggas out here who do. But that's them. Hell no. And I would never want to be with a stripper because I know what that shit is about. You know, this ain't the Lifetime movie network where strippers, they was just stripping and put themselves through school. They ain't strippers don't be putting themselves through school. They don't go to school. They stripping because they didn't go to school. They stripping because they dropped out of school. They ran away. They got involved in the sex industry. They hookers. What they try to call now sex trafficking. But that's what's going on. You know what I mean? I've known plenty of strippers. And I've known one porn star. And all of that shit is a dark, nasty, very, very dangerous world. I'm not even just talking about, you know, as far as your reproductive health is concerned. It's dangerous, period. People have killed hookers, strippers, and all of that kind of shit. Stalked them. You know, found out that the girl didn't want to be with them. You know what I mean? Imagine getting your life taken because you didn't. Oh, I'm taking over a lap dance. Yeah, I gave the nigga a lap dance. He wanted a private party afterwards. I told him I didn't do that. He murked me. That's my sister telling my story. So no, nah. I'm gonna have to let the next man, you know, get into that freak shit. My freak has mad limits to it. Like some people only got this many limits to they freak. I got like this shit. Like the minute that I feel uncomfortable, I'm like, Arr! So I mean, and any woman I've ever been with will tell you, like, there's some things about this man that no matter what anybody else says is totally untrue. This nigga is straight, and I mean straight. You ain't doing no questionable shit with this man. You ain't putting no fingers nowhere near his ass. You might not even want to touch his ass while you fucking. Like, you know, keep your hands in the car, like the police at a routine traffic stop. Keep your hands in the car. Ain't no, no anal, none. We good. None of that shit. No questionable shit. It is what it is. I don't give a fuck who like it or who don't. I don't care. You do what you do. I do what I do. But my straightness and my any illicit activity sexually, I ain't in them conversations. That's why I'm not afraid to get in front of this camera, because I'm like, no matter what happens, no matter how far I go in this industry, one thing I'll never have to worry about is ain't no rape situation, no sexual assault situation, no gay rumors, no kids, none of that shit. None of that shit. I worked hard to make sure that record was clean. And I will battle any other man as far as that's concerned. Yo, like, you think we do rap battles on this shit? I will battle I put my straight up against anybody. I'll be like, I know. Like I'm better than Sha'Carri Richardson. You know, like she's a really good runner, but she lost. I'm a win. I'm like more like Simone Biles when it comes to the like, I'm good, man. But on some real shit. I'm not doing nothing that doesn't make me feel good about myself. Y'all know I'm gonna be 54 years old tomorrow. I wasn't always 54. So I've done a lot of things that didn't make me feel good about myself in my younger years. I had to learn. I had to go through shit. I had to repair shit. I had to get back in the game. I had to repair, you know, I had to retool, realign. I'm not doing nothing that doesn't make me feel exactly good about myself. If that shit makes me feel like I ain't doing it. Why? I don't have to. I don't want to. I don't have to live by other people's standard. I set my own. Let y'all live by mine. I don't have to live by yours. So I mean, all this freak shit. I mean, this is the internet. All that freak shit. I mean, go ahead, do your thing. Just know that the internet never forgets. The internet is undefeated as far as memory is concerned. It's going to come back. That's what these young kids don't seem to understand. But you know, I mean, I still have to live and let live. I ain't telling nobody else what to do. But nah, we cool. We good. Let me see. Hold on. You said people change. People stay the same more than they. See, you can change what you do, but you can't change who you are. Well, actually, you can, but you have to do something totally different. You have to more than just, you know, stop doing what you're doing in order to change. You have to put something else inside of you that's different. You know, like I could stop drinking, and I did stop drinking, but I wouldn't have been successful stopping drinking if I didn't replace it with something that was better. Because when you don't put something better or different or more fulfilling to replace any vices or negative lifestyles that are inside of you, then you're going to revert back to what you know after a while. You're going to do it. So let me see. Yeah, TK Wright says a lot of men want to be with porn stars. A whole lot of men. I mean, them motherfuckers, shit. I mean, we ain't have to talk about porn stars. You know what I mean? A chick from around the way. She was cute. Everybody found out that she was, you know, this is back in the 80s when every woman wasn't like, it ain't like today. These kids, right? They before they ever, back in the day, you ain't get no before you ever. You had the first, and then you get the, and then you get the, and then you get the, maybe. It wasn't no guarantee. All right. KB says, I'm just thinking about the former Playboy bunnies. I'm sure they want real love later in life. Well, the thing is, they was doing it for money. They was doing it for money and prestige. It was a big deal to be a Playboy bunny. It was a big deal. You know, you were famous. You made a lot of money. It was, you know, like just being up in the mansion, you know, being connected to Hugh Heffner, that was one part of it. But you were famous. It was press. It was a way to start your career in show business. They didn't know that it would start their career and stop their career at the same time. Pinky Loves Abby says, I also don't like porn stars. I hear you. Says, yes, they are sometimes intrigued with them. Yeah, of course. Anybody you see on that TV screen or that movie screen is gonna be desired by the masses. I don't care what they look like. Shoot, I might not like the way that Whoopi Goldberg look. Actually, she looks a lot better now. As an older woman, she looks a lot better. When she was young, I was like, ugh. But shit, I was like, ugh. Believe me, there was some men out there jerking off to Whoopi. Like, I was watching Sister Act. Whoopi. There were plenty of men out there at some point that wanted to be Ted Danson. Not me though. No schooling says 777. What's good? I know I'm high up on the comments, but I wanted to see the shit. KB says, were Playboy bunnies considered porn stars? Yes. I might have been off topic. Nah, they were porn stars. Well, they were pornographic stars. Let's put it that way. You know, them parties at the Playboy Mansion was Diddy. They was Diddy-esque. Diddy got his shit from the Playboy Mansion. He ain't invent that shit. Pinky loves Abby says, "Hey sis, take it easy. That's somebody's daughter." Then Pinky says, "But yeah, I feel you. She's stripping because she knows she is fine and don't mind. I'm selling pussy for cash." Yeah, yeah. Of course, they're somebody's daughter. Every woman is somebody's daughter. My point is, you're keeping that away from your kids because you don't believe that you're doing something that's beneficial to yourself and definitely not to your emotional state. You don't want your kids doing it because you know what that shit leads to. You stripping every night. You see the hungry, horny, desperate look on men's faces, or the ones that got money that think that they can just make you do anything. And most or all, I would say 97% of all strippers, they get high before they go out there and perform. Because as it was told to me by a real stripper, she said all of us are on something, whether we drink, pop pills, sniff coke, whatever. We got to do it because we know we're degrading ourselves. That's what she said. And this was a young girl. She was, let's see, at the time I was about 28. She was about 22. She was about 22, 23, some shit like that. And she said we know we're degrading ourselves. And she left that shit. She stopped, started with the cosmetology school, got a license, started, getting it popping. But when she fell on hard times, guess what she did again? Got right back on stage. Rosemary Burns says, "I love this guy." That's what's up. Appreciate you. I appreciate you mucho. I'm glad y'all get my brand of comedy and my brand of seriousness. It is what it is. Picky says my neighbors are probably like, "What the fuck is she laughing? Is he laughing about?" I mean, you know what it is. You know what it is. Picky says, "I'm on the porch with headphones on." Oh shit. Okay. No Schooling says, "You right with God." Woo. Let's just put it this way. I'm as right as I can be right now. I might have to get righter later. Hopefully I have time later to get righter. Right now I could be a little bit more right. Piggy says, son found a new community that makes me happy. It's what was this? It's by and furries. I'm not any of those signs. Okay, wait. But the people are very nice to me and accept me and are okay. They're buys the signs and fur. I don't know. Nice to me and they accept me and they are extremely wholesome. Okay. Oh, okay. I really like Bitherians. What are Bitherians? And I found a girl I like. That's what's up. I also found lots of new music. That's what's up. That's good shit. No School says carnal thinking. New start. Follow Jesus. Out time. Okay. TK right says, "I went to mass this morning. Now I feel dirty." Do some Hail Marys for T. Carey. Do some Hail Marys for T. Carey. Do some. I said I do some Hail Marys for T. Carey. I said do some Hail Marys for T. Carey. I said do some. I do some Hail Marys for T. Carey. 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 Do some. Yeah, I said I do some. I said I do some. I said I do some. Hail Marys for T. Carey. Do some. Hail Marys for T. Carey. Do some. Hail Marys for T. Carey. She needs to be saved. Don't know how to behave. So do some. Carey with you, Harry. do some Hail Marys with T. Carey. Let's do some Hail Marys with T. Carey. Let's do some Hail Marys with T. Carey. T. Carey, right? Yeah, get her right. I said do some Hail Marys with T. Carey. I said do some Hail Marys with T. Carey. She needs to be safe. Don't know how to behave. It's gonna be alright. Don't get back in your cave. I do some Hail Marys with T. Carey. I do some Hail Marys with T. Carey. Do some Hail Marys with T. Carey. She's gonna be alright tonight. La, la, do some, do some, do some. Hail Mary for T. Carey. Do some Hail Marys for T. Carey. Do some Hail Marys for T. Carey. Do some Hail Marys for T. Carey. She needs to be safe tonight. Hey, tonight I do some Hail Marys for T. Carey. Do some Hail Marys for T. Carey. Do some Hail Marys for T. Carey. I help her out, y'all. She was doing for you. I do some Hail Marys for T. Carey. Yeah, Hail Marys for T. Carey. Yeah, Hail Marys for T. Carey. Yes, yes. Hail Marys for T. Carey. Put a couple of dollars. Hail Marys for T. Carey. Do it for free. Hail Marys for T. Carey. Raise the babies. Hail Marys for T. Carey. I gotta help her out. Janessa tonight. Do some Hail Marys for T. Carey. Yeah! Oh, yeah! T. Carey! T. Carey! Do the Hail Mary! Yeah, 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 yeah! I think you're going to be all right tonight. I think you're going to be all right. Grown woman, Travis says, Whoopi was actually very attractive when she dressed up. I've seen pictures of her. Yeah, when she cleaned up, but naturally she was woo, woo, woo. You know, they threw a wig on her every now and then and all of that. But I don't even think, I think that Whoopi was so earthy back in the day. She didn't really give a fuck, but it didn't matter. I just know that some man was looking at the screen with Whoopi and they was like, her and Tracy Chapman. Her and Tracy Chapman. It was like, you got a fast car. I'm trying to get all up off in it. You got a fast car. Oh God, I've been in and busted for a minute. Okay, all right. All right. Pinky says you have an amazing bald head. It's like the color of a luxury car seat. Oh shit. He says the perp usually, but I hit the dabs today. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. All right, that's what's up. Yeah, I mean, you in disguise. All right, man, you do what you got to do. TK Ray says, Pinky, I sometimes go on my porch and play them on the speakers. Woo, that sounds dangerous. My favorite song today is Treehouse by Alex G. Okay. What do you think of my treehouse? It's where I sit and talk really loud. Usually, I'm all by myself. That's what's up. Do not enter is written on the doorway. Why can't everyone just go away except for you? You can stay. Okay. All right. Naturalista Rap. What's going on, ma? Thanks for coming on through. Thanks for acting real fly. Oh, shit. Okay. KB says, what would you ever do a content creator meet and greet? I mean, you could do that? You know, because y'all ain't local. What y'all gonna do? Jump on planes and shit? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So I'm gonna go with no. Has anybody ever done that? But this is what I would do: a live show. I mean, live and in person, because that's all. That's what I wanted to do for years anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit just wasn't popping enough. Now it's starting to break a little bit. You know, it's starting to chip away at the ice. I got the ice chipper. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know. But that's all about a booking. So I would do a live show, but like a meet and greet. I don't know. I don't know. I would have to really understand how that would happen. Okay, it says a Therian is like a furry. But what's a furry? Oh, and I'm mostly only like bi girls. Okay. That's what Lisa says. I have nieces and nephews outside, but I'm listening. All right, that's what's up. And grown woman says that's true, Omar. She was about her bag looks and didn't wait a minute and didn't stop that for her. Come on now. I mean, she wasn't even trying. You know what I mean? Whoopi used to be looking to me like her clothes and everything. I'm like, did this chick just wake up or something? Like I guess she was like, yo, they already gonna call me ugly. I ain't even gonna try. I mean, you either like me or you don't. You gonna have to just like me for my talent. And they did that. TK Right says, yes, you can do that. It's good networking. I don't know. So no, we ain't doing it. All right, KB says, LOL, I would come to Philly for a weekend. Yes, people do it. Okay. Okay. Grown woman says, yeah, I'm going to next year to meet with one. Well, maybe I need to think about this shit. I don't know. Piggy says, I would date a girl if she is super nice to me, and also I kind of like bi girls, but I'm a guy and I also like furries, but only Therians or the Rissons, really with a smaller mask and tail. The fuck are we talking about? All right, KB, come to Philly and let's do a show with a panel. Yeah, y'all go ahead and organize that shit. KB, where you from? Where you coming from? I think he says, I used to try and date the preppy girls, but I like the outcast. I don't know. I don't like women that make me think about my future in a negative way. I'm good. Like, I don't want to be thinking I'm going to hear something from my genitals in the morning. Like, did I hear something? What was that? I don't know. It sounds like something burning. You know, like when you got bad wiring, you hear it, you know, crackling in the walls. Like, yeah, I hear that shit too. You smell it? I don't smell it, but I hear it. Emily says, so you want to do a live show? So you want to do a live show? So you ready to hire me back as your producer? I've been talking about doing a live show, a whole real show since like 2013. I've had this amazing idea since 2013 that I haven't been able to make come alive. I might be able to do it now though. I might be able to do it now. But I would need four strong men in order to get this shit off. I would need 4 strong men. Because I always had this vision of this show that would, you know how women have shows, panel shows for just them and their issues and their thoughts, their feelings, and their ways of life, like The View. I would like to do something like that with men called Another Point of View. But I would want to talk to men, and then more than likely they would all be black men, more than likely. But the reason that they would all be black men is because black men don't have a voice in this society about real shit. Nobody really gives a shit about what black men have to say unless they have a bunch of money. And then they wind up being demonized or getting fucked up based on, their answers or their views. So I would like a panel of 5 men with me included. But the reason I say strong, four strong men, with me being the fifth man, is because they would have to understand the essence of what we do. What we do, just like with this movement, this shit ain't like other people's shit. So I don't need them to come on and be funny. I need them to come on and be truthful. Like, nobody asks black men how they really feel about topics like abortion. With abortion being such a high cause of mortality in the black community, I haven't seen any shows where people ask black men, well, how do you really feel about abortion? Many black men have had abortions, with their women or whatever, but you don't hear them being asked about, like, how they really feel about it. Because a lot of black men are pro-life. The ones who are pro-choice, nobody asks them shit. The ones who are pro-life are normally pro-life for religious reasons, like they Muslims or devout Christians or something like that. But what about the common man? What about the common man that don't go to church, don't go to the mosque, don't go to the temple, don't go to the synagogue, nobody asks them. I would want to ask that. Nobody really asks me. As much as we are involved in multiple kids, multiple baby moms and stuff like that, people don't ask black men how they really feel about family. Like, how they really feel about family. Like, what's the vision? What's your vision for the black family? Nobody asks black men that shit. They normally just ask them in the context of their kids, their wife, or whether they've been married before. But nobody asks them, well, what do you really think about it? What do you think about black fatherhood? For real, for real. Like, what does black fatherhood mean to you? Don't give me the cookie cutter shit. Don't give me the, well, it's about being responsible, making sure you're there for you. Nah, I don't want to hear that shit. Like, fatherhood in terms of what you do and what you mean to your family and what has been done to and for you and around you, like your neighbors, your aunts, uncles, cousins, your mom, your dad, your ancestors. Like, they wouldn't be able to tackle it the way I would tackle it. And one of the reasons that it would be hard, and I would say that I need 4 strong black men, is because I'm not going to get the answers or the truth that needs to be told in order to make this show separate from anything you've ever seen before, if those men are scared to answer because of the backlash they think that they're going to get from women or their wives or their girlfriends or their baby moms. That's what stops black men from saying shit, or it stops them from being truthful because they don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. Well, I would need a panel where they wouldn't be worried about nobody's feelings, but at the same time have compassion in your truth. Don't just be like, well, I don't give a fuck, yo. And I don't need nobody who don't give a fuck. I need somebody who's gonna be honest, truthful, revealing, and candid, regardless of the way that anybody feels about it, because I need what they actually think and feel. The influences around, in this conversation, black men are so strong that they never get a chance to tell the truth until they get caught, until they get backed into a corner. So that's what I was thinking. And that's what I've been thinking for the past 11 years. I just haven't been able to find 4 strong black men and a venue and a way to be able to sell tickets to that shit. So y'all let me know, like what I'm talking about. Would y'all be interested in seeing a show like that? I would do it once a month, and we would tackle what seems like ordinary topics, but we would do it in a way that would blow the doors off any other attempt to do what we're doing. And of course, because I wouldn't have to worry about sponsorship and all of that. That's why I would do the show live, tape it, upload it, and make it rock like that. But I'm thinking that if black women really got a chance to see the way that black men feel about, I mean, really, really feel about the things that we see on the internet, here on the internet, or in real life. My allergies are acting crazy, y'all. Sorry. But yeah, I think it would help. It would finally help us to bring a better understanding of each other. 6 half dozen says, why not a podcast? Because you don't get the truth in a podcast. You don't. Everybody doing a fucking podcast. I don't do podcasts. I do live shows. A podcast is a pre-recorded show. I don't do that. Podcasts are edited. I'm not interested in no editing. Y'all gonna have to be ready. So, in order for me to bring forth this vision that I have, I would have to vet these men. I would have to vet them. And I would also have to prep them. Like, listen, you're going to get backlash for this shit. But any man that would come up there and I see that he's pandering and all of that, you're not going to be on the next show, dude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're not on the next show because I can't have no pandering. I can't have no pandering to the audience. I asked you for your truth. I asked you for the truth. Yeah, I mean, but here you are doing exactly what I was afraid of. You don't want to hurt your girl feelings, or you don't want her to know what you've done before or how. If you can't handle this show, you can't be on it. And that goes for me too. I have to be in a situation where whoever I'm dealing with understands, like, listen, we building a fucking monster here. This shit here can't be done commercially. There's no way they're going to be able to do it. And I'm telling y'all this because I'm not even afraid of anybody taking my idea, because you won't be able to fucking do it. You're not going to be able to do it. You can copy, but I haven't told you everything. Like, you can try to copy that and you might get it off. Because people like the cookie cutter shit. Like, I be seeing I don't know what this panel is, but it would seem like they had this panel where the dude on the little video short is talking about how he's talking to this woman, and I think she asked the question like, if a man has a woman, could he ever love me like he loves his woman, or some shit like that? And he starts breaking it down for her, and you can tell he's pandering. He's telling her, yeah, he could be with you, he'll fuck you and all of that, but his woman is going to get this, and his woman is going to do that, and blah, blah. And I'm like, so ain't nobody going to stand up and tell him that side chicks get just as much as main women do, huh? Ain't nobody going to say shit. And the crowd is going wild, like, oh, and you see the women, they panning the camera to these women. They like, oh, and I'm like, look at this fucking nut ass shit. That's exactly what I didn't want. And part of the problem is that they had women on stage. If it wasn't no women on that stage, he wouldn't have answered it that way. but it was women on that stage. So he had to. His nut ass no better than that. There ain't a man in this world. Oh, except on the internet. Because nobody tells the truth on the internet. But there ain't no man in this world who don't know somebody who had a chick on the side, a baby mom on the side, who didn't get just as much as his wife did or more. Because that's part of the game. That's how the game go. If it didn't go that way, then nobody would participate in it. And the woman who asked that question, she asked the question for a reason. She probably asked the question because she like, yeah, my man got a girl or he got a wife, but I don't be feeling it. He be holding it down for me. Now I don't know. I didn't see the whole show or whatever. So I don't know. But they tried to shut her down so bad, and I was like, it's because there's women on that stage. It's women on that stage. You couldn't get the truth. Grown woman, don't try me, says, so we would only be getting the perspective of men only. Yeah, it's a men's show. It would be a man's show. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. This would be a show that women would only be in the audience. But we would open up the floor just like this show, and y'all would answer questions. So if you had a inkling that they was pandering or that they weren't being truthful or they hadn't thought it out, oh no, we gonna pass the mic around. That's why it would have to be in a small setting. We ain't talking about no big venue. I'm talking about maybe a setting of 50 tickets, 50 people in the audience max. Because after that, you know how it go. After 50 people, and really, I would be good with 25. Because in small settings, you get honesty. In big settings, you don't. You don't. You just don't. Especially with our people, you don't. Then you get fronting. Because everybody want to be a superstar. In small settings, call it intimate. KB says, I would be interested. We could have a little backyard barbecue party and have an educated discussion. Nah, we gonna have a real venue. Black men, TK right says, sis, I believe he feels like black men aren't given the space to be honest about how they feel. They aren't. Not. They aren't. Nobody gives a shit about what black men think. They don't talk about that shit. Shit, even we don't care about what they think. It's when it doesn't align with what we think that they should think. PK right says, you're talking about tonight's conversation with Ace Metaphor and the rest of the pen. I guess so. I don't know, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, every time I see one of those videos, I'll be like, shit makes me want to Earl. Like, get that bullshit out of here. Yup. Get the fuck out of here. The fuck out of here. That shit almost looked rehearsed to me. Okay, she says, you have to watch the whole video. Some of them and women tell the same woman tell that same woman the truth. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? Well, they need to put that footage out. You know what I mean? But anyway, it ain't. Regardless, it's not my vision. Like, evidently, he doing his numbers, right? Well, that's what they gonna concentrate on. I'm not concentrating on doing numbers. I'm concentrating on actually making an impact, a real impact. Like, I don't consider you got a stadium full of motherfuckers or a big venue with hundreds of motherfuckers. That shit is a wash. It is. It's a wash. Cause he's going for the big, what do we call it? The big haymaker moments. Yeah, fuck out of here. Emily says people act clueless when I try to tell them the side get the same as the main. Only difference goes home to he goes home to the main. Sometimes he goes home to the main, and sometimes he don't. It all depends. But the reason, I mean, of course, if you the main chick, you don't want to hear that shit. You gotta justify staying with this motherfucker you know is cheating on you. I get it. I totally get it. Like, you ain't trying to hear that shit. It's like trying to tell a Republican that Democrats have some good points. No. Like, I gotta find a way to vote for 45. I can't do that shit agreeing that Biden did a good job. I gotta freeze that out of my brain. No, I don't want to hear that. Yeah, I get it. T. Carey Wright says, but that clip is what got more views. So exactly. All I'm saying is I don't want no part of that. That's their vision. That's fine. They going for what they going for. They would probably look at what I'm doing like, man, that's just small change. But at the same time, you ain't gonna tell me. He would probably try to say, oh, you biting off my shit. Like, no, the fuck. You see damn well I ain't biting off your shit. Your shit is low tier, low energy. That shit is low vibration. I'm not even dissing, but it is. It is. When you going for the crowd reaction, that's low energy shit. That means you don't really believe in what you're doing. I'm building a legacy here. You know, they going for the everybody already know me. Anything I do, any song I put out is a hit. I'm Michael Jackson. I'm like, nah. You know, we don't know nothing about that over here. Not on this side. Okay. Spiral, what's going on? Thanks for coming through, man. Appreciate you. And he says quality over quantity. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Because that sums it all up. Quality over quantity. If it has enough quality, you're going to get quantity anyway. Because everybody going to want to bite that shit. They all want a piece of the pie. Like, they're going to be asking, why did that work? Like, why am I digging this shit? Why am I trying to bite this? Why am I trying to copy this? Because I understand. All right. Yeah, Camel Toe is back. He says, why hate on... I don't even know the name of the show. How can I hate on it? And you can hate on my shit all you want. I don't give a fuck. What you can't do is stop me. I never tried to stop anybody else, and nobody can stop me. And I mean nobody. I got years in. I did what? What? You know what? Let me take a deep breath. Because I think I know who you are. It's very slick. I think I know who you are. You know, like this boy or this woman, because I really think you're a woman, has only had his channel up, or her channel, I should say, only for about a month. I think it was, you got this shit popping on. Like these new cats, I know these are fake accounts. These are cats who don't have the balls to say what they want to say, you know, from their original accounts. So they create these fake accounts, and they come on here and they start talking shit. So let me see. I know I looked you up. Let me get it right. She just made this account. Let me see who it is. Let me see. It says you are easily triggered. Let me see. Okay. July 26th. This person just made this account 2 weeks ago. So this is somebody who thinks that they know me, and they kicking that, like, this is what you have to deal with. This person just created this account, calling themselves camel toe chasers. So I'm supposed to assume that it's a man, but it's probably a woman. And they've followed the show probably for a while, and then they hide behind this bullshit. I get it. I get it. This is something that we need to do. All right, tell you what. He says, I work with you. You work with me where? You don't work with me? Nobody works with me. Okay. All right. Show and prove. If you work with me, what do we do? What do we do? Camel toe chaser. What do we do? Where do we work? Where do we work? Go ahead. Put it out there. Because I don't care if you put it out there. Janitors, I'm not a janitor, dickhead. I'm not a janitor. Never been one. So what do we do again? Okay. First you said janitor. Now you're saying hospital. And now you're saying yes I am. Okay, if I'm a janitor, what's my uniform? What uniform do I wear every day if I'm a janitor? Come on. You getting your 15 minutes of fame. You said a janitor has to wear a uniform. What color is my uniform? What do I wear? Do no no do no no do do no 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 do no no do no no do. I said, what do I wear? Tell me what uniform I wear if I'm a janitor. I haven't even heard the word janitor. Tell me what kind of uniform do I wear? What color is it?
Seconds.
What color is it? Come on. If I'm a janitor. When was the last time y'all heard of somebody being a janitor? I didn't ask you. I didn't ask you to give me the hospital. I said, tell me what uniform I wear if I'm a janitor and you work with me. Because if you work with me, you wouldn't consider yourself to be no fucking janitor. A janitor is more maintenance. So he'll prove it. He says, sorry, environmental services. Is that a janitor? Huh. Look what we have here. You said you're a nurse.
Seconds.
Okay. Well, I know I'm not a nurse. And excuse me, nurse, which colors do you wear? She said first, I told you it was a she, right? I told you it was a she. Yeah, all right. Oh, unless it's one of those, it could be a male nurse. But if this is a male nurse, I know exactly who it is. Okay, so come on, camel toe. Come on. Come on, hurry up. Come on. Let's go. I ain't got all day. What's taking so long? Let's do these birthday shout outs while they get their story straight. Because first I was a janitor and they worked with me. I said, okay, why are you bothered about it? 2 weeks, another nurse came on here and you ignored him. Whose show is it? Mine or yours? Or theirs? So, if you are who you say you are, then I'm going to say this. Fuck you, fuck them, and fuck all of y'all. And guess what? You can't go to HR. You can't do shit. Ain't nothing you can do. And you know why? Because I know the rules of this thing. So what do you do? Oh my fucking goodness. Look at this shit. Now you used to say as a nurse, you can't write right now. Now you got it in all caps. All caps. And now you talking about I'm easily triggered. Now all of a sudden your little grammar and your diction is all fucked up. Come on. I'm giving you a shot. This is what you want. You know, you would think as a nurse they would get enough attention, right? You know, I mean, you got patients and shit. I mean, this might be a CNA. It might not be a real nurse. No, you know what? Tell you what. You know, no disrespect to CNAs. No disrespect. It says, what your job at the hospital if you're not a Never mind, this motherfucker can't write. What your job. Now you said environmental services. Everybody look up what environmental services is. Like, when have you seen me clean a room at a hospital? When have you seen me fix a sink, clear a toilet, stop a leak? When have you seen me do that? So this is somebody who thinks they know me. But look what we got. Look what we got. You close. You're so warm. But there's one small detail that you have missed. First of all, you called me a janitor. Then I said, well, and you said that you work with me, and you don't. I don't work with nurses. They work in the same place, but you know, I work in, you said the environmental services. I do work in that department, but what's my role? What's my role? Because it ain't hard to tell. Everybody in my department wears a uniform except for 3 people. Now, what would be their role? Team lead. The fuck out. A team lead? I'm done. All right. Anyway. Look, that's right. Mr. Payfor said, bro wants to tell on someone so bad. This shit is fucking amazing. So when I go back to work this week, I'm going to be like, no, but they not going to approach me. You know what I'm saying? They not. Because anybody of this bitch level would never, ever. He said, I'm a team lead. Ain't that some shit? You know what I'm saying? Everybody in environmental services has to wear a uniform. Why wouldn't I have to wear a uniform? Even the supervisors wear a uniform. So what would be my role in environmental services? Or janitorial, as he says, because he said I was a janitor. He said I was a janitor. And he said a few weeks ago, the nurse, it was him. He talking about something, because you use the same word, janitor. Fucking janitor. Shout out to all of the janitors out there. Don't be upset about your job. Why would I be upset about my job? You know how much money I make? If I am a janitor, I'm doing hella. I'm doing hella if I'm a janitor. For real. You said khaki and white shirt. Now I'm thinking that maybe this motherfucker don't know me. Yo, birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious August 11th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. L. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box. Angela KH, happy birthday to you. And Stephen Giles, happy birthday to you. And also Keisha Davison, happy birthday. And Rianto Smith, happy birthday. And my girl going all the way back to the 1985. Tara Blygen, she's a go-getter. And also Kimba Philly John, happy birthday to you. Comedian Home Alone, my brother, happy birthday to you. And Pretty Nicole Greer, happy birthday. And go-getter, my girl from down there in Atlanta, Georgia, Angela Lioness Jackson, happy birthday to you. And Angelique Burbage, happy birthday to you. And my girl Quan Siegel, happy birthday to you. And last but not least, no, not last but not least, but my girl going all the way back to the 1982, Nicole Jamani, happy birthday to you. And last but not least, for real, my girl who used to run Music Box Records, my girl Olivia Davis. Olivia, where's your will? Happy birthday to you. I'm going to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious August 11th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. Turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out. Rock on and do the damn, the rock out. Rock on and do the damn rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind, and anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, hey yo, when you're trying to be everybody's boyfriend, trying to be everybody's man, trying to be everybody's husband, yeah, some can do it, some can't, but hey yo, it's a toll that is going to take on your fam. You can be who you are. I am who I am. And I take a stand. You can do what you do, but it's going to affect other people besides you. And if you don't care, if you don't share the way that you feel, well, it might appeal to those who always want the fantasy like doing the things that you do. But I say take a hike. Hey, at this particular time, the rhymes come, go, and they flow. And I know what you know. But when you really start taking about the toll that it takes, yo, you can't be fake. If you're really, really real, then you do it outright. And that's whether you creep during the day or the night. The sight to behold. Yeah, as you get a little older, you're going to have to slow down. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night, 1 a.m. for another Daily Go-Getterism show. Let me get back. Let me see what y'all saying. Going out. Okay. All right. Look. He said, dude, what do you do then? Just embarrassed about cleaning floors and toilets? Why would I be embarrassed about that? Is the money is it somehow not as green as other people's money? Why would I be ashamed? Like, if you're a nurse, right? Are you ashamed about having to change people's bedpans? Wipe people's asses? Are you ashamed about having to are you ashamed about having to call my people to clean up when people throw up and shit? Are you ashamed of having to clean out the commodes because we don't do the shit? Are you ashamed of having to throw out the suction canister with the urine in it? Are you ashamed to have to get your hands dirty? Are you ashamed of getting cussed out because y'all don't do a good job? Are you ashamed? Are you ashamed of having to work 12-hour days and having to do overtime? And half of y'all getting high all the time with y'all fucking coked out drunk asses and shit. Are you ashamed that most of y'all are fucking whores? Are you ashamed? I mean, you know, $1 is $1. But anybody who knows anything about nurses, they know I just told the truth on y'all. Y'all gotta wipe people's asses. Y'all gotta take a whole lot of bullshit People cut y'all out all the time because y'all don't do a good job. Most of y'all have a bad attitude and don't like what y'all do. So y'all stay high all the time. High all the time. I guess we not supposed to notice that shit. Y'all be looking bad. Y'all be looking bad. Y'all not healthy. Not healthy at all. You know what I mean? I know that with your little 6-figure salary, you think you're doing it. You think nobody else makes 6 figures? I drive 4 cars, motherfucker. That's what you don't know. So if I was a janitor, I would stand proud. Just like when I do what I do here, I stand proud. Why wouldn't I? But all money is green. So you think you're putting somebody on blast, but you wipe ass. I ain't have to wipe nobody ass. You do daily, and it's your job. And if I ever find out who you are, I'm going to tell you, like, get your ass in there and take care of them patients. They just peed on themselves, and we don't clean that up. You do. You do. So, you know, yeah, with your hoe ass. You know what I'm saying? So you out there getting high and getting dick. Male or female, because I got a funny feeling about you. All right, but I mean, you know, love is love, baby. We all got a job to do. We all have a job to do. Why are you asking me what I? Okay. Okay. I mean, you seem to know so much about what I do. Why are you asking me? You said I'm a janitor. All right, y'all. Everybody needs to know that Sun 752 is a janitor. You believe it? Camel Toe says yes. You believe it? Okay, cool. I'm doing well. My janitor ass is doing well. All right. So this is what we're going to do. And I didn't even realize we've been here for 2 hours. But listen, I want to thank everybody for coming through, except that bitch ass nigga, or that chick, or that hoe ass nurse. One thing they know for sure is that I don't advertise what I do at work. You don't see me running around here, you know, like, yo, listen to my shit, check it out. No. I don't know how they found me, but they found me. That's cool, you know. And that's how I stay out of trouble. That's why I can say whatever I want to about them. Like, this show doesn't represent that. We don't even use that name. All right. Let me see. I'll have proof for them tomorrow. Okay, good. Come back. You should have proof to them today. You should have proof for them today. If you can prove that I'm a janitor, motherfucker, you can prove that Jesus walked on water. If you can prove that I'm a janitor. If you can prove that I'm a janitor. Well, I mean, he expected all of y'all to be on his side. You know, he thought. She thought. Somebody is on my dick. That's for sure. But one thing is for sure. This will not affect me professionally at all. This is my lane. All right, y'all. Let me see. Blog Talk, we gonna get you out of here. Yeah. And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do, but thanks for coming on through. See you on the other side, my boobers. Oh, excuse me, nurse. When I come back to work, can you give me something for my allergies? Because we know y'all steal drugs from the pharmacy, so you know what I mean. You know, maybe you can hook me up a little bit. You said I'm a he, they. No, you're not. You are not a real he. Peace to everybody except him. All right, y'all.